The nanny was playing with the children when she suddenly said she needed to use the bathroom. The little girl thought she was joking and pointed her toward the restroom. However, the nanny grabbed a child-sized potty instead. Afterward, she actually asked the family's daughter to help dispose of it. The nanny's name was Louise, and she lived in a slum on the outskirts of town. For this job, she had to wake up at 5 a.m. every day, arriving promptly at the family's house. The homeowner's name was Hermione. 6 months ago, she and her husband had welcomed their second child. The constant crying and endless household chores were exhausting for the couple, so they decided to hire a nanny. However, none of the candidates during the interviews were satisfactory until a middle-aged woman named Louise appeared. During the interview, their older daughter came to play with her, and seeing how kind and friendly Louise was, the couple decided to hire her. Ever since Louise started working for them, Hermione came home every day to a clean house, and the children were peacefully sleeping. She felt a sense of relief. Whenever Hermione had to rush out in the mornings, Louise would tell her, "Don't worry, I'll take care of everything." Hermione, initially skeptical, would leave the house. By evening, though, she would return home and, despite her worries, find everything neatly arranged, with the children being lovingly cared for. Louise became an indispensable part of the family. One morning, Hermione woke up a bit earlier than usual. When she walked out of her bedroom, she saw Louise standing in the living room, even though there were still a few hours before her shift began. Hermione thought it was a bit strange but dismissed it. After all, Louise helped with the chores and took care of the children, which gave her and her husband more time to focus on their work. Later, Louise took some yogurt that the younger child hadn't finished and scooped it out with her hands, asking the girl to finish it. The girl, feeling disgusted, became increasingly upset. Over time, the girl developed a habit. When Hermione wasn't home, Louise would play hide-and-seek with the children. No matter how much the kids cried or screamed, Louise didn't seem to care. Even when the girl called out loudly, Louise remained indifferent. Hermione began to suspect that something was off. However, since having Louise, the couple had more personal space, so Hermione chose to ignore her instincts. It wasn't until one day when the schoolteacher told Hermione that their daughter had been exhibiting violent behavior that she suddenly remembered Louise. She realized that it must have been Louise's influence on the children.